Hello students, welcome again. So yesterday we have discussed about the first topic of introduction of plant physiology. So today we'll discuss about the second topic, that is the diffusion. So basically, diffusion, it is the actual, according to the definition if we see, so it is the process of the movement of solute molecules from a higher concentration to the lower concentration. It happens because of this inherent kinetic energy. For example, if we take a beaker of water, and in the picture you can see, take a beaker of water, and in that we put a drop of ink or any crystal particles, you can say, or the salt particles or the sugar particles, molecule crystals. Okay, so what happened basically in this? So when the crystals are placed in water, they are in the one concentrated area only. Okay, so after this, what happens? It moves slowly, so those crystals dissolve in the water, or the ink dissolve in the water, get mixed with the other net movement of these molecules occurs, and the movement of water molecules occurs in the opposite direction as well as water and the color, or we can say the crystals particles. Okay, and eventually it happens that the water and the color, ink, or we say the salt particles or the sugar molecules are equally distributed throughout the container. So this is known as the diffusion, according to the definition, from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. Okay, the movement of solute. Okay, so according to the Robert Brown, so he was one of the scientists in 1828. He was one of the Scottish botanists who discovered the Brownian movement. Okay, so he was the first to describe the nature of this inherent kinetic energy. So he found out that the minute particles suspended in the liquid medium and just large enough to be visible under an optical microscope. So it exhibit a rapid and continuously, we can say, irregular motion of particles are found. So this motion or this movement of particles known as a Brownian movement. It was known as a Brownian movement. Okay, now this Brownian movement, in 1905, Albert Einstein, he has taken this initiative, and he has published his second paper. Albert Einstein's second paper was on this Brownian movement, and so it was known as a the scientist's name was Robert Brown, so it was known as a Brownian movement. Okay, now next, as we discuss in the first slide, that is some of these water molecules and then crystals, we can say dye, are placed in it. So the crystals are in a one first beaker, we can see that is a concentrated to the one area only of this dye or the crystal one, and in the second beaker you can see that this dye or this dissolves in the water, and net movement of dye molecules occurs. So this net movement of water molecules occurs in the opposite direction as well as. Okay, in the third beaker you can see that the water and the dye molecules are equally distributed throughout the beaker. Okay, so this is known as a diffusion one. So it has a we can say solid one, or we can say the liquid one also, yeah, and in the gaseous form also. Okay, so gaseous, if it for example, when we enter into our home, in our house, suddenly a good smell some comes when our mother is been cooking them. Okay, something like we can say something good smell of sweet, or we can say anything chemical smell which is found in a chemistry lab. Okay, so can say that mixing of smoke in the air or the scent of spray in the air, mixing of ink or the dye in the water. So these is known eka with once one of the students must have uh, he's taken the spray on his body and suddenly he's passed away from us. So what happened, we came to know that someone must have good fragment of good spray has been taken on body. So that is known as a diffusion, we can say. Okay, next is what are the characteristics of mechanism of diffusions. So as we discussed that the molecules, we can say the molecule diffuses from the region of a higher concentration to the region of the lower concentration. Okay, so diffusing molecules move randomly towards all the region of their lower concentration. So in this picture you can see the movement of these particles are there. So the direction of movement of one substance is independent. Okay, independent of the movement of the another substance. Okay, it cannot depend on each other. So the rate of diffusion of the molecule is proportional to their kinetic energy. Okay, now the next one, that is the importance of diffusion in plant life. So in passive salt absorption, if you think about that, diffusion plays important role where ions are absorbed by a simple process of diffusions. Okay, next in the translocation of food materials over a short distance. Okay, so and then diffusion of water vapors from intercellular space into outer atmosphere through open stomata. In the stomatal transpiration, we can say. Then the exchange of gases in the process of photosynthesis and the respiration. Okay, so these are the some importance of the diffusion in the plant. Now next, that is the factors affecting the diffusions. So as we said that the rate of diffusion increases when the temperature increases. Okay, increase in the temperature, so rate of diffusion increases. So diffusion pressure gradients affects the process of the diffusions. Pressure gradient, the slope of this can affect the process of the diffusion, its pressure. So the diffusion depends on the concentration. It is exactly true. So it depends upon the concentration or the number of diffusion particles are present in that. Okay, next is the chemical nature of this diffusing substance play important role in the diffusion. Now next part of this topic is the imbibition. So imbibition, as we all know that imbibition, it is a physical process available on the plant, available to the plant, each and every plant, we can say, or some plant which is having this property. For example, seeds have been kept in a beaker. Okay, so after few hours we can say that it gets swelling of this, it has been formed. So this imbibition is the we can say like diffusion or the osmosis. Imbibition is also actively involved in the water uptake under certain circumstances or some certain conditions, we can say. Only the swelling of dry seeds when they are put in the water is the best example. In the picture we can see best example of the imbibition of water. For another, we can say the imbibition of wood also, we can say. So when it is kept in water, it is also another examples of phenomenon. The wooden doors, the windows gets swollen up during the rainy seasons because of the imbibition of water in them. Okay. So it is the physical process available in the plant for the uptake of water. So if a small quantity of seeds is placed in water, they absorb water, so they swell and there are increase in the volume of the seeds. So this process is known as a we can say imbibition. According to definition, if we say So imbibition is the uptake or absorption of liquids by the solid particles of a substance without forming a solution. It's called as imbibition. Okay, so it doesn't form any solution, but it gets swell. So next part, that is imbibition as a special type of diffusion. So according to in imbibition, there is both, we can say, absorption as well as adsorption particle characters, we can say. So the water enters into the cell, thereby increases the volume. Okay, so this is called as the absorption one, and some water molecules are held over the surface, so this is known as adsorption. So the molecules which are tightly held on the surface of the imbibient, it lost their kinetic energy due to immobility. So we can find out the seeds which are kept in a water for whole night, the water get warm. Okay, so this is known as the heat of wetting. Okay, so so as I have already mentioned, the absorption of water by the hydrophilic colloids is called as imbibition ones. Okay, so the movement of water is along with the diffusion gradient one. So the movement of water is along with the diffusion gradient. The imbibition is the capacity of gel or the colloidal material to take up relatively large quantities of water and it gets swell. So there are the examples of being given. So the rate of diffusion is proportional to the kinetic of molecules, kinetic energy of the molecules. Example is the swelling of doors, woods, absorption of water by cell wall, swelling of seed coats. So these are the various examples we can say. So in this picture you can see this Selaginella. It is a plant which get dry, and if we kept this plant in water within 24 hours, it again forms its original position of green in color. Okay, next is the swelling of door. So in during the rainy seasons, that's window and door, it gets swell, jam ho jata hai. And in the this technique, it is not the new one. Okay, now in the ancient times, what were they doing? They were using this wood to break the stones, okay, for the cutting of the stones. So in the middle picture you can see it's imbibition pressure. Wood is being kept in this hole of the stone, and then it has been water has been applied to it, and within 24 hours we can say, or within 2 or 3 days, the whole stone is been broken up due to the imbibition pressure is being formed. Okay, and the last picture you can see the swelling of seeds, which is a normal one. Okay. So thank you very much.